Friends. Whenever we talk about those films where a single man becomes a ray of hope for the entire world, one name always stands out: The Equalizer. This is not just a film series, but a journey of a man who left behind all his pain, loneliness, and secrets, only to dedicate his life to helping others. And the man who brought this character to life on screen is none other than Hollywood legend Denzel Washington, who didn't just play Robert McCall. He turned him into an icon. The Equalizer began in 2014, when the first movie was released. Back then, audiences had no idea that this would grow into a franchise that would rule the hearts of thriller and action fans for nearly a decade. In the first film, we met Robert McCall, a man who, on the surface, seemed ordinary, but deep inside carried years of training and experience tied to the CIA and covert operations. He had left his old life behind and was trying to live like a regular man. But there was one thing about him: he could never stay silent in the face of injustice. When he witnessed an innocent girl being abused, he stepped in, and that's where his battle began. The Equalizer, 2014, showed us how a man who had walked away from everything could still rise against crime and corruption to deliver justice. Then came 2018 with The Equalizer 2. This film made the story even more personal. In the first movie, McCall was helping a stranger. But in the second, the fight hit closer to home. When his closest friend was brutally murdered, McCall's rage and hunger for revenge took center stage. This time, it wasn't just about completing a mission. It was about a war raging in his heart. Denzel Washington's performance revealed just how silent yet deadly this character could be. Watching Equalizer 2, audiences realized McCall was more than just an action hero. He was a deeply layered man, carrying pain and memories locked away inside him. Fast forward to 2023, and we got The Equalizer 3. This time, the location shifted. Robert McCall found himself in Italy, trying to live a peaceful life, but his past and the world of crime refused to let him rest. Even in Italy, he had to take a stand against the mafia, once again proving that no matter where in the world he was, if an innocent life was in danger, McCall would rise to protect it. The third installment felt like it was closing the chapter on his story, but fans were left with one burning question: was this truly the last time we would see the Equalizer? And that's where the talks of Equalizer 4 begin. People want to know, is Robert McCall's journey over, or will he return once again? Denzel Washington may be older now, but his charisma and his powerhouse acting remain as strong as they were back in 2014. The most exciting part about Equalizer 4 is the possibility that we might see McCall face an all-new challenge, with the story becoming even more emotional and thrilling than before. What has always made the Equalizer series stand out is its balance. On one side, you get high-octane action, intense fight sequences, and edge-of-your-seat thrills. On the other, you get heart, humanity, and emotion. Robert McCall isn't just a hero who takes down bad guys. He's a man who helps ordinary people, who stands up for those who cannot fight for themselves. And that's exactly why this character has captured the hearts of millions. Each film in the series has shown us a different side of him. The first introduced us to his purpose. The second exposed his personal emotions. And the third revealed his struggle to escape his past while being chained to his destiny. Now, the hope with Equalizer 4 is that this journey will reach even greater heights. If we look at the early buzz surrounding Equalizer 4, the story might expand on a far more international level. Where the first three films focused on specific locations and limited enemies, the fourth could see McCall going up against a massive network, perhaps a global conspiracy that threatens the world at large. That would raise the scale of the movie and make the action even more explosive. And of course, the creative duo of director Antoine Fuqua and Denzel Washington has always delivered brilliance. If Equalizer 4 becomes a reality, this partnership could once again create magic on screen. Fuqua's vision combined with Denzel's performance is the very reason why the Equalizer franchise has been loved so deeply. Friends, Equalizer 4 picks up exactly where Equalizer 3 left us. In the beautiful streets of Italy, Robert McCall felt, for the very first time, that maybe peace was finally possible for him, that maybe he could breathe like an ordinary man and escape the shadows of his past. But true Equalizer fans know one thing: peace was never fully written into McCall's destiny. His soul was built for justice, and as long as evil exists in the world, McCall's fight will continue. At the beginning of Equalizer 4, We see McCall living in a small Italian village. He has blended himself into the lives of the locals. The children adore him. The elderly seek his advice, and ordinary people see him as a messenger of peace. Yet deep inside, McCall knows this is only temporary. He knows fate has another twist in store for him. The first major turning point arrives when an international crime syndicate is introduced. This syndicate isn't limited to a single country or a single city. It stretches across the entire world. They're involved in everything from drugs and weapons to cyber warfare. And the most terrifying part is that they've already infiltrated governments and global systems. This isn't just about street thugs or mafia bosses anymore. McCall is about to face an enemy that operates like a global octopus, with every tentacle reaching into a new direction. And that's what makes Equalizer 4 different. For the first time, McCall is up against an enemy that's bigger and more organized than anything he has ever faced. McCall gets pulled into this network when he crosses paths with an old CIA agent, someone who once used to be his partner. Now this man is on the run, hunted by the syndicate after trying to expose their truth. McCall saves him, and that's where the global angle begins. This time, it's not about saving one person or eliminating one mafia family. It's about protecting the entire world from an organization that thrives in the shadows and controls everything from the dark. As the story moves forward, Equalizer 4 reveals a side of Robert McCall we've never truly seen before: his vulnerabilities. In the first 3 films, we watched him like a perfect machine, always 2 steps ahead, always winning every fight. But here, age and time finally show their weight. He can't run as fast as he once did. His body aches. He tires more quickly. And yet, his eyes still burn with the same fire, the same unshakable willpower that makes him extraordinary. This weakness doesn't make him less of a hero. It makes him greater, because he proves that victory doesn't come only from strength, but from courage and resolve. One of the most powerful subplots in the film is McCall's new partnership with a young female CIA recruit. At first, she sees McCall as just an aging man living in the stories of his past. But when she joins him on a mission, she begins to realize his strategies, his instincts, and his courage are still sharper than any other agent alive. What begins as skepticism grows into respect, and ultimately into a mentor and student bond that becomes the emotional backbone of the movie. This relationship reminds us that The Equalizer has never just been about action. It's about humanity, about bonds, about the heart behind the violence. Midway through the film, McCall comes face to face with the true mastermind of the syndicate. This villain is not just another criminal. He's intelligent, calculating, and dangerously powerful. He isn't just about brute force. He controls governments, systems, and advanced technology. He uses AI, drones, and cyber warfare as his weapons, making him perhaps the most dangerous villain in the franchise's history. For McCall, this is no longer just a fight with fists. It's a battle against intellect and technology, but the real battle isn't only external. McCall is also fighting within himself, his fears, his doubts, his exhaustion. One of the film's most striking moments comes when he stands in front of a mirror and quietly asks himself, "Am I still the man I used to be?" This scene becomes the emotional core of the entire film, reminding audiences that even heroes are human, and their true power lies in their heart, not their weapons. The climax is crafted to leave audiences breathless. In an abandoned, haunting location, McCall and his allies face the syndicate in an all-out war. The sequence blends high-level shootouts, brutal hand-to-hand combat, and sharp psychological strategies. Every scene builds tension higher and higher until it explodes. And when the dust finally settles, when the mastermind finally falls, the movie still leaves us with a lingering question: has the Equalizer's journey really ended? Or will he rise again one more time? Now let's talk about the real-world side of Equalizer 4. While there hasn't yet been an official studio announcement, Hollywood trade analysts believe that if Equalizer 4 moves forward, it could hit theaters around 2026 or 2027. Antoine Fuqua and Denzel Washington are said to already have a roadmap for this project. And after the success of Equalizer 3, the studio didn't hesitate to greenlight further development. In terms of budget, Equalizer 4 is expected to surpass its predecessors. Equalizer 3 had a budget of around $70 million. while Equalizer 4 could climb as high as $90 to $100 million, especially since this time the story takes place on a global scale, with international locations, cutting-edge technology, and massive set-piece action sequences. As for the cast, Denzel Washington's return as Robert McCall is a certainty. Beyond that, there's strong buzz that Dakota Fanning, who played a significant role in Equalizer 3, could return with an even larger role in the sequel. And of course, a new villain is expected to rise. Rumors point toward major Hollywood stars like Javier Bardem or Mads Mikkelsen as potential candidates to play this mastermind character. And then comes the big question: box office performance. The Equalizer franchise has always been steady. The first Equalizer earned about $192 million worldwide. The second made roughly $190 million. And the third collected around $186 million. The films have never been billion-dollar blockbusters, but they've always turned a healthy profit. If Equalizer 4 delivers a larger global story with smart marketing, analysts predict it could easily surpass $250 million worldwide, with the US box office almost guaranteed to cross the $100 million mark. Equalizer 4 won't just be another action movie. It will be Robert McCall's legacy. It will prove that to be a hero, you don't need to be young or invincible. True heroism is about standing tall even when you're tired, even when your body is weak, even when you've lost everything. It's about fighting because it's the right thing to do. So friends, if you haven't liked the video yet, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned. We'll be back with more exciting updates and deep dives into the world of cinema. Thank you for watching.